Hi everybody, Pai-chan here, and at least for everybody in the U.S., Happy Mother's Day, or at least the day after Mother's Day. So, and unlike usual, I'm going to be doing my review today, which is Monday instead of Friday, because I had some things going on and it wasn't really feasible for me to do it on Friday, but this is better for me anyway since it's closer to Mother's Day. And for anybody who knows what the show that I'm going to be reviewing, for anybody who knows, the show that I'm going to be reviewing is The Wolf Children, Ame and Yuki. So, like I said, with this show, well, first, let me get this out of the way now so that I don't mess up later on. Warning, spoilers are ahead. Alright, so like I was saying, for anybody who knows this show, you will understand why I'm doing it today of all days. Because it is about a woman, Hana, as she raises her two wolf children. And since she's already up, let's talk about her first. Well, like I said, Hana is the mother of her two children, Yuki, who is older by 1 year, and Ame. So as the story progresses, and their father is not in the picture, by the way. I'm not going to say why, because that's a bit of a spoiler. So I don't want to say anything about that and risk giving it away. So not going to say why at all. But this goes through, she is a very kind, sweet, and loving person, even through all the hardships she's gone through. She still keeps, she doesn't give anything up to where, yes, she is a very strong person, but when she gets angry or anything like that, she doesn't take it out on anybody else. She does, you can tell she expresses it, and she very much worries about her children. She is one of the best mothers that I've seen. Actually, I will link this down in the description. She finds, for those of you who know Anime America, I think she is like on their top 10 best mothers list. She is either second or third on that list. And trust me, that is a pretty big feat. And it's kind of funny when it pops up too. But I know she is on there, and she is very high on the list of great mothers, especially with all she has to go through. She has to go through being a single mom, not just to two babies, like human babies, but they're, like I said, they're part wolf, part human, so they change back and forth. And she has to deal with all that. So I very much give her props. She did an excellent job at raising them. And as she grows, the movie goes on, you get to see her strength that she has through this whole thing. And wow. But like every mother, she has a problem letting go. So at the end, pretty much that is one of the big things that's resolved, and she understands that sometimes she has to let her children go. So there's that. So next, let's go in order of age, which the first child that she gave birth to was her daughter Yuki. So at first, she's like perfectly healthy and everything like that, which will come into play later on. And she's rambunctious. She's pretty much a tomboy. until I think either kindergarten or first grade, where she actually wants to fit in with the other girls. So her mom, so Hana makes her a little dress and everything so that she can fit in more, because they said bring your treasures to, with her, it's like bring your treasures to school, and everybody else brought like clips and all that, and she brought her little chest thing had dead like frogs and stuff like that in it, like the carcasses of them. So yeah, very much a tomboy until that point when she freaked everybody out. So she goes through, and it shows both of them as they age through school and everything. And I didn't mention this in talking about Hana, but they start out in the city but move out to the suburbs. So this is after that. So that she can actually let Ame and Yuki decide whether they want to be human or wolf, and the choices that come with it. So Yuki is very much into going to school and all that, and trying to keep her wolf self in, hiding it. Which they do come up with a cute little rhyme for it. For going to school for Yuki, it's I'm gonna be a little girl all the way home. Really cute, simple to the point, and she can say it to herself whenever she feels like she's gonna change into her wolf form or something like that. And her big thing is that she winds up being a bit afraid of her wolf form, showing it in school and all that. So that's her thing that she has to deal with through the story. And she wants to tell people, but she can't because she would be ostracized. So then, on the other hand, there's her little brother, Ame, who at first, he is very sickly, which is why I said that would come into play later. When he is born, and it goes up to a point where, and here's one of the pretty big spoilers. He winds up falling into a river because I think he catches a bird or something. Well, it's a bird, I forget what type it is. And he falls in. Yuki goes after him, but the thing is, he didn't see that. All he saw was that he caught a bird and all that. And he was better from that day forward. So you can kind of see where this is heading with all this. Yuki likes school. Ame doesn't. So he actually winds up, where he learns the most is up on the mountain with his sensei, which his sensei winds up being a fox, by the way. So he's going up there with that, and when he's about 10 years old, or like a little before, he actually stops going to school altogether because he cannot stand it. I think it kind of insinuates that he feels cramped there. So with that, stuff happens, and that's kind of where I'm going to stop with that. Because with that kind of gets into like the big boom at the end, where pretty much everything kind of comes around in a big circle and is brought together. And I want you guys to watch the video for that, because it is an amazing video. And I will get into the artwork now. The artwork is gorgeous. When it rains, it looks like it's raining and everything like that. They did a very good job with the art style and everything like that. that I cannot, I will not knock it for the art style at all. Same thing with the music. It's used very sparsely through it, if at all. But at least the ending song it fits the mood. So now that I've kind of basically talked about everything else, I will get into the story. So with the story, it starts out with Hana being in college, and her winding up seeing a guy there taking notes. She and as they're turning in their little slips saying, "Hey, I was here," he just goes out, and she's like, "Hey, if you don't turn in the slip, you'll be marked as absent." He winds up telling her, "I'm not enrolled here, so it doesn't matter." But he likes going, and then after that, she kind of gets a liking for him. So every day he winds up coming, and after that she winds up sharing her book with him, and kind of doing a couple other little things that you're not supposed to do. So, like bringing him into the library and stuff like that. But apart from that, it gets around to, they start going out, and he reveals that he is actually a wolf man. And I'm going to pause it right here. If you're wondering about Raito up on that table, that's where I put his food. Because our little dog Oncha started eating it, and that's not good for her with her breed. Okay, back to the story. So, pretty much with that, she's like, "I don't care, you are who you are. What you are doesn't matter." They wound up getting together and everything, and Hana finds out she's pregnant. Goes through, has the daughter. Names her Yuki because it's raining outside. And it also gets into the reason why her father named her Hana is because he saw a flower outside, and that's where her name came from. So it goes around, they're happy. She winds up getting pregnant with Ame. Oh no, Yuki is snow. It was snowing outside. Sorry, I got confused. Ame is rain, Yuki is snow. And he was born on a rainy day, so that's where that comes around. So their family and all that, but when Ame, well, I'm not going to say what happened. I'm not going to say what happens there. Let's just say after Ame is born, the father's out of the picture. Not going to say why. Let's just say he's out of the picture. So she stays in her apartment for a little while after that. She stays in her apartment a little while after that, but she winds up having problems with the neighbors because they transform into wolves and would howl and make all this noise and all that. And so after they're like, Ame is like 1 or 2 or something like that, she winds up deciding to move out to the country where she wouldn't bother her neighbors or anything like that. They wind up finding a huge house for very little because it's like they want to get people out there to the rural area and all that. Pretty much a rural development thing. And so winds up doing that. It winds up great for him. Then Yuki winds up hearing about preschool, and she whines and stuff like that. Hana gives in, letting her go to kindergarten. And that's when the thing with Yuki, with after she shows her little treasure chest, and the thing with Ame happened before kindergarten, where he fell into the river. So the thing with that, Yuki is very happy there. She loves being around people. The next year, she convinces Ame to go. He goes through, he gets picked on and everything like that. So it shows him second grade, he stops going. He stops going to school. And it shows, by this time, Hana has gotten a job at a conservator thing and all that, so he winds up following her over there. And with that, he is pretty much, he finds his peace in nature. So with that, I think you can kind of figure out where this is going in the end. So I'm going to stop there. Not going to tell you any more. Just, there's one other person that I didn't mention that is kind of important, but it's pretty much a friend of Yuki's from school. So that one is more, you have to watch that one to kind of get that one. Alright, well, now for my rating. With this one, I would give it, since I stick with whole numbers for a system that I have online where you can check it out, I would say an 8 out of 10. I would say an 8.5, but like I said, I'm sticking with whole numbers here because of this rating system that I'm halfway using. They could have fleshed things out a little bit more, but if it was like a series rather than just a movie, they could have fleshed it out the characters and stuff out a little bit more, gone a little further with it, but it was extremely good for a movie. It still left a few questions unanswered, but not many. Sorry, he was scratching the back of my chair. There were a few questions unanswered, but not many. So, oh, and by the way, one thing I didn't mention is that it is actually Yuki telling the story. It's through Hana's perspective, but it's Yuki telling the story. That's another thing. Well, now that I've kind of done that, I'm not sure if I've shown you this or not, but I made this bag here for when I went to the convention. It is a bag that has Duo Maxwell on it. And it is made out of the same exact material that I used to make the pants and the jacket. I know because this material was cut from the same piece I made those with. And I just printed off a picture that I got online that I really liked, and and I used some transfer paper on there and followed the instructions and pretty much just ironed it on. I could have gotten one where it wouldn't have this white line around there, but then I like the white line being around there because you can actually see all of the detail and it doesn't blend in to the fabric itself. Well, that's it for that's it for this review. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I will eventually do another like random one. Oh, and what do you think about this, by the way? I hope this works. I actually got a new camera, made a makeshift tripod out of a Dr. Pepper bottle, and I'm using that for now until I get a better actual tripod. And I hope it works pretty well. All it is just I cut a hole in the bottom of the Dr. Pepper cap. I got a bolt from my grandpa that would fit into the, well, some nuts, bolts, and a bolt, a nut, and 2 washers from my grandpa that would fit into my camera without causing any damage. Cut a hole in the bottom of the cap and put rice in the main body and seal the top. Then, so that's what that's on. So, hope it works. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos coming soon. And if you would, hit that notification bell for so that you don't miss any videos from me. And so that you don't miss any videos. It'll either be emailed to the email that you have connected to your YouTube account, or even sent to your phone through there. Yeah, or it'll be sent to or it could even be sent to your phone as a notification. And also, if you want to contact me, my DeviantArt and Twitter account will be down in the description, so go check it out. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. See ya!